many Olympians do you know pull back? They don't. They go forward, right?
Well, I mean, what happens is it's like, let's say that, you've never made a sale before, right? One thing we've learned in this business is momentum is so important, okay? And the most money made as an entrepreneur is because of momentum, right? Let's look at like what just happened recently in this recent election that just went by, right? Why did someone win? Because of momentum, right? Whoever won had more momentum on their back versus the other person,
True.
right? It's like with anything in life, when you're trying to accomplish something,
Yes.
when you're trying to achieve something, right? The momentum is key to success.
Yes.
And success, let's talk about the small wins for a second. Let's say you're just getting started. How do you build momentum? Well, you got your business set up now, right? You're starting to generate leads. You're starting to follow up now. You're starting to get people to respond to you now. You're starting to create content now.
Right.
You're starting to build momentum in your business. But unfortunately, what happens is people, they start to go and they stop, and start to go and they stop. It's kind of like a yo-yo back and forth, right? If you stay constant, okay, you would create so much more momentum long term. It's kind of like the compound effect from Darren Hardy, that book I read. I talked about, like when you invest in something, the more that you actually do little wins every single day,
Right.
start to compound into bigger wins, right? But it doesn't happen unless that momentum is built.
Right.
And it's built to the small wins, then to the medium wins, and then to the big wins. Ace and Rich has never made, I mean, the records that we've broken, the big payouts, right? They never happen without momentum.
No.
Right? Like, they just don't. They don't. I mean, the stuff that we've done is always because of that massive momentum that we've created. Right? That's how it works. And when you start getting momentum, the last thing you want to do is pull back.
Right.
That's like, okay, I'll give you an example. There was one, I'll tell you a story. One offer, there was a contest. We started a month later than everybody else. And we came in first place when the competition was over, right? How is that possible? How did Ace and Rich go in first place in a matter of 30 days, earn over $30,000, okay? And literally crushed it, and still came on top, number one, even after starting a month later after every other marketer in that competition.
Oh, yeah.
Because we gained so much momentum that you couldn't even stop it, even if you tried. But the biggest mistake would have been if we stopped too early. We would have never made it to the top. We could be like, oh, well, we're number 3. We're not going to make it to number 1. We might as well stop right now.
Yeah,
no!
Yeah.
We kept going and going and going. And this is how we were able to earn over 30K in 30 days. And literally in a month's time. Able to go to Miami on a trip, with the owner of the company and stuff like that. Right? And starting a month later from everybody else. Because of momentum. Guys, momentum is key to your success, right? And it doesn't have to be this big thing in the beginning. It could be a small thing. But if you stay consistent, you let that momentum build up, you add more to that momentum. You add more to that momentum.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're like, whoa, look at all the stuff that's happening.
And let me tell you, the mindset, with going up against some top dogs in the industry that really got some major long lists, and they've got all this credibility.
Oh, yeah.
None of that fazed us. None of that fazed us because we had each other. And I think the best part about building a business together as a couple, you do need each other, and if one is faltering, the other one will help pick the other one up when they feel down, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And that's what I had